Alright, good afternoon and welcome to T-Trail. I'm T-Rez, your host, and today I have the huge honour of being joined by, some friends know him as the Julie Andrews of the Midlands for his love of hills, Mr. Doug Richards. Hello Doug.
Hi Tim.
How you doing? I met Doug in October of last year at the Humpers, which is a local running group. And Doug is, he's an ultra trail distance runner, and he's got quite a few under his belt. Doug has written a book which is available at the moment on Amazon. There's a hard copy, isn't there, Doug?
It's currently an e-book and there's a paperback copy coming out on 1st of March.
Perfect, there you go. So that's available on Amazon, which we'll get to in just a second. So yeah, I met Doug via the Humpers. Just a hugely lovely guy, and with me being an aspiring ultra distance runner, meeting Doug has just been a dream, and we've shared quite a few smiles. So Doug, just a few questions I suppose on your running journey. You've run in the Sahara Desert, which was the Marathon des Sables. You've run on the polar caps in Greenland.
In Greenland, yeah.
How did it all come about? How did you start running?
The start was actually in my mid-30s. I hated running until then, Tim. But the start was in my mid-30s when I dashed upstairs to pacify my son one night after he'd had a nightmare. Realised I was out of breath and thought I've really got to do something about this. And decided to go for a run the next morning, which I did. And I ran for a mile. It nearly killed me, but I kept it going. 1 mile became 2 miles, 2 became 4, and gradually I built it up. And within a year I'd run my first marathon and run some trail marathons, and just picked it up from there. Just really, really enjoyed it.
It is, isn't it? It's just such a hugely enjoyable pastime. Anytime, anywhere, and the feeling of well-being afterwards is just, gosh, it's out of this world. So having picked up on your hot and cold earlier, the book, you mentioned about running through puddles in the deserts of China. Tell me more about that.
Yes, this was a series of runs I did in China, and part of the runs were in the Gobi Desert. And as you know, a desert is a very arid region, but that doesn't mean it never rains. And a couple of days before we done the race, it was in the shadow of the western end of the Great Wall of China. They'd had very heavy rain, and there was, in the shadow of the wall, there was this huge pool which I tried to run past, but my foot slid on the muddy sand and I ended up to my neck in a huge puddle in the Gobi Desert. So
wow. Not
many people can claim to fall into a puddle in the desert, but I achieved it.
Bless you, bud. And there are a few puddles about at the moment in Blighty. As I ran in today, we had some more rain. And yeah, there's an almost famous puddle. We're at Arrow Valley Park today, which is home of Parkrun in Redditch, which Doug quite often attends, and Doug also looks after quite a few local running groups, which I'll get to in a while. But yeah, the puddle at Parkrun here is huge, and people do enjoy running through it.
We call it the Puddle of Doom.
There you go. So after doing all of your ultra running and you've written your book, you've recently become a run leader, and you look after a few groups?
I became a run leader, yes. I mean, once I retired, I had a bit more time for my running, and I just enjoyed the satisfaction of giving something back. I've had so many fantastic adventures through running, and it's just nice to sort of introduce new people to it, and to watch their faces, when they actually achieve things they never ever dreamt they would be able to achieve. So becoming a run leader is helping to do that, and we run with friends, several friends. We run various groups around Redditch with runners of all standards, and just enjoy being there for them and helping them along their way and giving them tips and advice.
Yeah, bless you.
Very satisfying.
There are quite a few running groups around and about Redditch, and if you are looking to start your running journey, then Parkrun is just the most incredible event. It happens every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. It's not only nationwide now, it's international. It was founded back in 2008 by a guy called Paul Sinton Hewitt, and it's grown and it's grown. Now, at the end of 2015, there were just shy of 800 events internationally, and 100,000 people taking part in those events. It's a beautiful family, and I just couldn't think of a better way to start Saturday morning.
It's a fantastic way to start every weekend. I can remember in the early days of Parkrun, we had one Saturday morning where snow had fallen overnight, and we had just 12 people turn up for our Parkrun, but we still did it. Last week we had 400. That's how much it's grown. That's just this one here in Redditch. So
I know there's a 100th Parkrun coming up, which they're always celebrated by everyone who comes along, but the one that's coming up is he's well known by many. I won't mention him, but it's just the best family. There is news of one coming to Bromsgrove soon, which I won't give away too much more on, but the location's beautiful. At the moment, it's a bit of a mire, we don't want to start it just yet to put people off, but we'll keep you posted on that. So Doug looks after, it's called the Couch to 5K, which again is an incredible incentive for people looking to begin running. I'll post bits and bobs on Treading Trail to keep you guys up to date. And something which also kind of sparked a fire inside me is Doug studied neuroscience and pharmacology, which brought Doug up from Brighton to Birmingham. He's published papers on that subject. And I suppose a good question to ask you, Doug, is the benefits of running. Have you seen any? And just give us a bit on the benefits.
I have indeed. I do have a PhD. I started my career working in the hospital laboratory in Brighton, and I worked my way through some professional exams, and I did a PhD on the biochemistry of depression.
Okay.
And at that stage, I'd never suffered from it myself, but a few years later I did. And since then, from time to time, my life has been a bit blighted by anxiety and depression, just bouts of it, which I eventually get over. But running is just so beneficial when you're in that sort of slump and you're sort of fighting to claw your way out of it. It's just so beneficial just to go out and run, and it's just amazing how things that are troubling you can just become clarified in your head as you run, and you can just take in the sounds and the sights around you, and just everything suddenly becomes a lot more peaceful. So I think it's hugely beneficial as to help when you're having trouble periods like that in your life.
Absolutely. I know Treading Trail always promotes spending time outside in nature and exercise, and between those two things, really, it really helps. When you exercise, I know our bodies store a lot of information in our subconscious, and through the movement, through the repetition of running, that really helps move things to the surface and enables us to break them down. And I suppose being an ultra distance runner, Doug, going that extra mile, as if it were, it breaks, or we learn to break the big down into the small, don't we? And we don't look so much at the big.
Oh, absolutely. Any long run, you break down into small segments and take it one segment at a time.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, if you only think ahead to the finish line, that's a long way ahead and a long time ahead, and there are many
absolutely
journeys to be had along the way.
I look forward to the next panel and the next aid station. So, there you go. This has been Doug Richards. I'm T Rad, and this is T Trail. Doug, I suppose on behalf of me and T Trail and the local running community, just thank you very much for all that you do.
You're welcome.
I'll keep you all posted on Couch to 5K. So we're at Arrow Valley Lake, which is the home of Parkrun in Redditch. If you're looking to start out, it's a nationwide international event. Saturday mornings, 9 o'clock. You might see Doug down there.
You will indeed. Not this Saturday. I'm on a course
Okay.
a run leading course, but otherwise I'm here virtually every Saturday. Yeah.
Excellent. And you are being kept busy, aren't you, with your book, doing promotional work? And
Yes,
bits and
there's
bobs like that?
promotional work. I do a lot of talks associated with the book, which gives me a chance to show some of the pictures which couldn't get into the book. So, running is a big part of my life.
Well, it's been a huge pleasure meeting you, Durga, and just a massive pleasure running with you. Thank you for your time.
Okay, Tim, you're welcome.
All right, I've been T-Rad. This is T-Trail. Look after yourselves, stay present, be free, be love, and we'll see you all soon. Peace.